that ability that you guys started talking about this morning, when finding your fit, those kind of things, when you develop that, you can do stuff that nobody else can do. You ever watch, like, you like a LeBron or somebody who's, you know, you watch Kobe. Okay, all right, so tonight is it KG or Kobe? Who's so easy, you know? Okay. Now, some of the things there are things that I think throughout this week that here's what I want for you guys, because I love ULA. I'm a huge fan of ULA. And what I'm excited about for you guys is I'm hoping that throughout this next time together, that you start seeing different things in each other, not just physical performance, but the way that you interact with people, the way that you can get things done, the way that you think, the way that you bring out the best in other people. All those different kind of things that you start looking at each other and go, you know what? You make that look easy. Because there's some things that you do and it seems easy, but to everybody else it isn't. And when we understand those things that come easy to us and we work on them, great things happen. Now here's the thing about leadership though, okay? How many of you guys want to be a leader? Right? You're here because you want to be a leader. 1 out of every 3. If you look around this room, statistically, only 1 out of 3 of you will finish being a good leader. Most of you, statistically, some people kind of fail. They start off good, they have good intentions, but they don't make it. A couple of reasons why, okay? They don't always make it because they get cut off early. They make a bad choice, okay? They finish poorly, or they just finish average. Here's the thing, guys. Anybody can be average. It doesn't take much work to be average, does it? Okay? But it takes some effort, and if you're channeled in the right direction, to be excellent. And my goal after today is I want you to start thinking about what are the areas, I want some areas in my life that I can be excellent, that I can be beyond what I thought I could be. But remember, there's a lot of temptations, okay? Even Jesus, okay? You've heard of Jesus, all right? So, maybe. But Jesus, here he's starting off in Matthew chapter 4. Matthew chapter 4, Jesus is starting off as a young leader, okay? He's starting off in this process, part of the story, and he goes out into the desert, and Satan himself comes and tries to tempt him. And he tries to tempt him in 3 different areas that you know what, he's going to tempt all of you to do in the same areas, to cut you off. Because if you're a good leader, you're going to make this world better. Here's the thing I love about God's story. God's story is he wants to fix a broken world. You guys know we have a broken world, okay? And he wants you to be a part of fixing that broken world. Well, if you can't lead and you can't get other people to help and be a part of fixing that broken world, what does Satan do? He keeps the world broken. And he wins. And so what he's going to try to do is he's going to try to get you to prove your competence. You ever been around somebody, I know it's nobody here and nobody talking next to you, but you ever been around somebody that they talk a good game? All right, they talk a good game, but when it comes down to showtime, maybe not quite the same. All right, so because you want to prove yourself, right? You want to prove that you're good, that you can do something great. And if you don't think you can measure up, well, maybe I won't kind of make it. So he tries to get Jesus to prove himself, prove his competence, or do something spectacular. Do something greater than you think you can do because you haven't built up your talents and your strengths early on. So try to do something amazing way out here and fall and fail and feel like you can't get up again. Or even the other thing that he tempts him to do is to be powerful, be influential. Leadership isn't about, guys, and this is the thing I want to try to think about. Leadership is not about proving your competence. Leadership isn't about trying to do something spectacular. And leadership isn't about being powerful or influential. Leadership is letting your strengths take over and let them do amazing things, even on simple, everyday little things. Again, average is easy. Average is simple. Anybody can be average. But spectacular takes some effort. Spectacular takes some focus. And I think and only a small percentage of people reach that level. And there's so many different areas that this can happen in. Because sometimes we want to do it. And here's the piece I want, because when we're starting on this race to leadership, a couple of things. We want to get out so far ahead of the curve. We want to be so great, and we want to do everything right now that we overdo. And we wear out. And we kind of fizzle. All right? And when we fizzle, we don't get to the end. The goal for you guys is to think little step by step and grow in the right areas. Because when you grow in the right areas, 5 years from now, you'll be amazing. 10 years from now, you'll be spectacular. 20 years from now, when you're old like me, you'll be phenomenal. You know what I mean? And I want you guys to get to that point where really you're making a huge difference, okay? I love this verse in Jeremiah. It says, if you're worn out in a foot race with men, what makes you think you can take on the horses? Oh, I can beat that horse, you know, okay? Ocho Cinco, I'm going to beat a horse in a foot race, you know, kind of thing. Okay, but if you can't even beat, okay, you say, I can take that horse, watch me, I'll take it. You're like, ready to go, and you're running, and grandma's like coming with her stroller behind you. Move out of the way, sonny, I'm going to beat you, you know. If you can't do that, let's take care of the small things first. Don't try to get too far ahead of yourself, but take care of the simple things, because when you take care of the simple things, everything else will fall into place. So one of the things that we're going to do, we're going to take a couple minutes here and a couple different things. I'm going to give you guys some sheets just to kind of talk about and to work through and to talk with each other, because I think that's the important part about ULA. It's not just, we want to experience it and integrate it into what we're doing. How do you guys define success? What makes you a success in an area, or somebody a success in an area?
When you accomplish something.
Okay, you accomplish something.
You're good at what you do.
When you're good at what you do. What else? How do you define success? Okay, so you achieve what you're trying to do, what you want to get at in life. Any other thoughts? Does success mean 0 mistakes? No. Right. Are you going to make mistakes?
Yeah.
Sure, absolutely. Success also has to do with how you rebound after those mistakes. How resilient you are, how well you get back up after you've fallen down. It's my favorite quote from the Batman movies. Bruce, why did you fall down? So we can learn to get back up again, okay? And so even during this time in ULA, you guys are going to have some times where you fall. But okay, it's getting back up. It's getting that chance of continuing to go. Because the more we study what makes people successful, we're not going to study failures, okay? Failures, anybody can be a failure. What we want to do is look at what makes people successful. How did they get back up again? How did they learn to accomplish what they wanted to do? What were the goals that set out in their lives? How do we study those people that are successful? And that becomes a good thing. So I want you to just partner up with somebody, just lean into somebody, might be 2, maybe 3 in a couple of your groups. I want you to answer this question really quick. Before you do it, think in your head, just right here, think in your head somebody who is effective or successful individual. You got a picture? You got somebody pictured in your mind? Somebody who's successful or effective? Got it? Okay? Now here's what I want you to do. Turn to somebody just in groups of 2 or 3. We're just going to do this really quick. And I want you to think, what is a characteristic of that person do you think that helped make them successful or effective? Okay? What is a characteristic of them that made them successful or effective? Okay? Lean in. Huddle up. Do it. Share. Real quick. Give you one more minute. One more minute. What were the characteristics that made that person successful or effective?
You know what part of high school? No.
What school did you go to?
Yeah, what school did you go to?
All right, 30 seconds.
Hey, you got a question over here.
Yes.
What school did Rock Farm go to? What's your best point?
No.
He went to Princeton.
Harvard.
Yeah, he went to Princeton.
Mom. Did you go to Harvard Law then? You went to Harvard Law. I think you went to Princeton undergrad, and then you went to Harvard Law. All right, so what did you talk to me real quick? Okay, pull back together. What were some of the characteristics that you guys came up with?
I said Oprah is like motivation, like she was motivated to become something better than what her family was when she was younger.
Okay, so motivation to be able to do something different than what she'd seen before. Intelligence, okay? So put his intelligence to work for him, all right? Yeah. Good communicator, okay? Can talk well, yeah. Other characteristics. Yeah. Perseverance, yeah. So instead of giving up right away, really working through things. What else? What other characteristics did you guys have? Okay, so understanding their failures and yeah, understanding their weaknesses and growing past them. Okay? We're going to talk about weaknesses too here in a second. So practicing and staying ahead, okay? Saying I'll put in the extra effort to be one step ahead of everybody else. Level-headed, yeah. So when things get tough, they're still a rock. They're still smooth, okay? Any other ones? Okay. I'm going to give you guys now a chance to brag on yourselves, okay, a little bit. All right? So for some of you, it's easier than others, but for others, it takes a little bit of work. So I think what we want you to accomplish, and I got a little sheet I'm going to hand out, okay? And there's a couple questions that are on here, and somebody want to help me pass these out? The guy that was up, I think I got more than enough there. What we're going to do with these questions, these are simple questions, and we're going to give you we got a good 10 minutes. We're going to give you some time to talk about these. A time when I was at my best. I want you to share a story, a time when you were at your best. Okay, you won't probably get through all of these, but that one's the first one's probably a key thing. Another one that's a really good one for you guys to talk about is what I enjoy doing the most is. And really think about it. What are some of the things that you like doing? Okay. Now there's physical things in sports, I understand that, but think past that. What is it about those events that you guys like doing well? Even another one, the best job or project I ever had. Okay? Something that you did, or whether it was a school project or something else that you did well. These are some things I want you guys to talk about with each other. Okay? So I want you to get in groups of like 3 or 4 and turn your chairs around. Okay? And thank you. Groups of 3 or 4. I'm going to give you a few minutes here. We'll come back together in a few seconds. And I'm going to roam around and